Hello, Scorpio. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your monthly reading for the month of June. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This could play out at any point in time. This message may or may not be for you, and this is for any major Scorpio placements like Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. And so if this message does not resonate, check your other signs and placements. And so I do apologize for the delay in getting your June reading out. It's been a crazy couple of weeks around here. And so this month I chose the Starseed Oracle deck along with the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. And we're going to close off the reading with a couple of cards from my Crystal Stone deck. So Scorpio, let's jump in. I know the energy was feeling very heavy when I tapped in to the Scorpio Collective. I know we are closing out the Scorpionic South Node, and so that's the main energy playing out scorpionically speaking in the astrology. And so let's see what needs to come through for you. I did feel something heavy. Okay, we've got the Lost Lands along with Isori, and so it's this feeling of being uprooted. Either somebody wronged you or you wronged another. It is this feeling of being uprooted. And so I feel a tower. I'm not going to sugarcoat this, Scorpio. I feel some type of tower to activate some memories. There could be a lot of childhood memories coming up to be transmuted. I do feel I'm talking to a light worker who has incarnated on Earth many times before, and I do feel you're here to kind of go through this remembrance of your soul memories in order to tap into some gifts. And so there's this bottoming out energy. I feel like this coming to Jesus moment, Scorpio, where you have to right some past wrongs. And if you look on this card, there's two, it's like a mirroring image. So there could be a twin soul connection here, mirroring back to you your deepest, darkest fears. But I do feel hitting rock bottom. There is some deep karmic roots here that kind of need to be uprooted and cleared. And I do feel this is about righting some past wrongs. And maybe you're feeling defenseless. Maybe things are very heavy. I also feel there is a deep, deep, deep spiritual connection coming through too. So let's see what else needs to come through for you, Scorpio. You may or may not hear my little one in the background. Her allergies are really acting up with the poor air quality warning that we've been going through, especially with all of the fires. So you might hear her right now. She's sitting at the table coloring. I don't know what she's going to do. I hope she behaves. So let's jump in, Scorpio, and see what other messages need to come through for you. Forge, don't follow. I could be talking to a Scorpio that is being asked to step into a leadership position. I'm being shown the number 11, so I could be speaking to a master healer that's being called to step it up. It's time to step it up. Ooh, we got the Hireth or Heareth. I'm not sure how we exactly pronounce that. But this is like a deep longing for home, so homesickness. Wow. And then we get the golden children. So this is about getting to some inner child wounding, healing some inner child wounds. And that's where the rare gifts are going to be found. And so I do feel like this homesick feeling, like something's missing. And maybe it's time for you to kind of just embrace your weirdness and to accept that you're not for everybody. I feel a North Node activation. I could be speaking to a Scorpio North Node, going through a North Node activation. But I feel it's time to just follow your intuition. I think things are feeling very foggy, blurry. It was feeling blurry, so things might not be making much sense right now, Scorpio. And so if things aren't very clear when it comes to the path forward, you're being asked to pave the path forward. And so how can you step it up with your gifts? I feel there's some kind of portal that you're being asked to walk through, but this is going to require surrendering. And so there's definitely this energy of opposing forces. You might be going through some extreme upheaval. A lot of extremities coming up when it comes to some opposition. So you might be in a mirroring holding pattern with somebody facing the opposite side of the energy is kind of what it feels like. But I'm feeling like it's time to step up. It's time to step up. So I feel like this push to surrender. You kind of really need to surrender to this this activation. I feel a North Node activation. So Scorpio, well, we get the Hermit, Virgo. You could have some strong Virgo placements in your chart. You could be dealing with a Virgo. And then we get the Moon. So we get Cancer, Pisces energy. This is about confronting your shadow self. This is about going deep within the subconscious mind, confronting all of the past pains. I feel, looking back, it kind of looks like a little boy, right? So some inner child healing for sure. There is a need to heal. Yes, honey?
What does this say?
It says sprinkle party. It's beautiful. So I feel you might need to go within. It might be a period of going within. We've got 2 major arcanas right out the cut. So I feel some kind of divine forces are at play. External forces are at play. Getting you to face your fears. There's overwhelming fear. And I do feel it's kind of time to go within and listen. Listen only to the inner voice. So you might want to get grounded too. I do feel a cycle is coming to a close. Both of these are 9. And so something is coming to an end. And so if you're holding on to something, opposing this transformation, there might be an extreme moment of crisis to get you to confront some fears, Scorpio. But let's see what else needs to come through for you. Messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. So I just want to say, call. You might get an unexpected phone call. But let's see what needs to come through. We get the Sun card in reversed, anchored down by the Ace of Cups in reversed. There's that Hermit coming out. That's a message from your higher self, anchored down by the 8 of Pentacles in reversed. We get the 7 of Wands in reversed, anchored down by the Hanged Man in reverse. So we got Virgo, Pisces, Leo, underlying energy, third eye, anchored down by the Star. Very nice. Overall energy, we get the Hierophant. There's that Taurus energy coming through. That is your opposite. You might be finding yourself in a battle with a Taurus. I'm not sure. Anchored down by the Empress. There's that Taurus energy. Again, Taurus, Libra. What is going on, Scorpio? Bottom of the deck. And we got that. We got the Moon. This is about confronting your deepest, darkest fears. Absolutely. And then we get the Magician with the Death reverse. So there's that resistance to some type of transformation. We could have somebody here wearing a false mask, wearing a false persona. Definitely some stuck energy with the Hanged Man reverse. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know. I don't want to put in the work. But I feel divinely guided change is coming. I could be speaking to a Scorpio here that's in a loveless situation. With the Sun reversed and the Ace of Cups reversed, this is kind of feeling like the dark night of the soul. This is kind of like your current energy. And so this is also where the gifts lie, right? This is where the soul gifts lie, is in the dark night of the soul. I also feel a heart chakra blockage. Somebody here is really blocked in the heart space. There's not love coming through in this spread, is what I'm feeling. There's not reciprocity, and somebody's definitely got some throat chakra blocks. There could be manipulation when it comes to communication in a relationship playing out here. But I think it's really time to go within. There might be a job loss coming up here that's going to push you into a period of solitude. Be careful, because I do feel there's somebody here that really is resistant to the spiritual journey, really not willing to put in the work to maybe become a healer. We've got a healer here. We could very well have a healer here. And I feel maybe somebody's stuck because they're feeling like they're going to be attacked. There could be an attack. Somebody here could be completely defenseless. There is a lack of observing. And I do feel there very well could be a third eye activation. So pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams might be very vivid. You could be connected to an Aquarius or have Aquarius predominantly somewhere in your chart. But I feel it's time to break the chains with toxicity. I do feel a need to focus on your health. I feel something's recently been shown to you, maybe about a partnership or a commitment. Maybe you're stuck in an old mindset. Maybe it's time to break traditions and break the mold and to birth a new cycle here. You could be dealing with the mother of your children. This could be somebody that you want to have children with. I feel there is a divine feminine coming through who very well could be a Taurus. That is some type of spiritual teacher or healer that is bringing forward some advice here. Maybe the fear is having to face this Empress. Maybe this is going back to something from the past where there wasn't reciprocity. But I feel there's this fear of shedding some old ways. And maybe somebody here has been a master manipulator and that's the only way they've ever lived their life. But I feel somebody here is not being authentic. Somebody here is wearing a mask. Somebody here thinks they're getting away with some manipulative behavior. And I feel there's going to be a shakeup. So let's take a deeper look at the Ace of Cups reversed. Somebody here didn't put in the effort, is what I'm feeling when it comes to a connection. And now there's some bad karma playing out. So somebody could be absolutely drained financially, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. The Ace of Cups reversed was clarified by the Two Cups reversed, the solar plexus reversed, and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. What I feel is somebody's stuck. Somebody might need to go back to something from the past where they didn't learn a lesson. And this could be about somebody that is the mother of their children. It doesn't have to be. Children could be in the mix with the Empress here. But I feel maybe there was an ending in the past. And somebody hasn't actually healed from that. They haven't put in the work and the effort to heal from that. And it's creating this stuckness. What I want to say is you really need to choose your battles wisely, Scorpio. I feel this energy of lacking motivation, lacking drive. I just feel somebody's really stuck in the heart space. And maybe it's time to put in the effort towards healing. I do feel an Empress here that's glowing. She's broken the chains. I feel this is about heart health. I feel maybe there's going to be some type of an emotional breakdown here when it comes to a previous ending that was never, ever properly healed. Let's take a look at the dedicated effort in reverse, because this is a message from your higher self. Something here needs to be looked at a little bit deeper. Yeah. It's time to put in the work to heal from a cycle, to heal maybe from an ending of a commitment from the past. And I do feel maybe there's been a lack of taking the lead. Somebody has been refusing to see this situation clearly. I do feel walls are breaking down in order to get somebody unstuck. And so I do feel somebody hasn't wanted to look at the pain on the heart. There's this energy of feeling repressed emotionally, needing to change your emotional focus. I do feel there wasn't a lot of effort put into a foundation here. There's a lack of effort. And there's that Seven of Wands, right? Join stability, take the lead, choose your battles wisely. Where are you needing to just drop it? Something needs to be dropped here. Something needs to be dropped, something that you've not wanted to look at. And the second this is dropped, it will lead to a beautiful opportunity for a new beginning and maybe strengthening of a bond with an Empress. But there's an old mindset here that needs to be broken free from, maybe with a Cancer. What is this third eye energy? Well, there we got it. There we got it. So we get the Tower reversed. Once we see this, we can't unsee this, right? So there is a need to detach. I feel there is this holding on to something that has been, you know, keeping you chained to something toxic. That Tower reverses. You might have avoided this up until now. I feel an awakening. I feel a third eye awakening. And I do feel this is going to open up the floodgates on the heart and to get you to detach from an unhealthy situation. You're not going to be able to stay here. You're going to have to rebuild in a new direction, Scorpio. And I do think things are challenging, but you are being encouraged to stop trying to control the situation. You can't control the situation. I do feel you're on defense. You're on guard. There's blocks on the heart. And I do feel it is surrounding this Empress. So tell me more about this Empress. Six of Pentacles in reversed. Helpless and hopeless. Eight of Swords in reverse. Growth and success. So somebody, I feel, has to face their fears about approaching this Empress. Maybe you're this Empress. I'm not sure. But in the past, somebody was giving to more than one. I feel maybe they walked away from an opportunity for unconditional love, because that's what the Empress is. She is unconditional love. She loves without condition. She nurtures and mothers everything. We've got somebody here glowing, attracting a lot of people. We've got somebody here that is very wise, very mature, very loyal, very dedicated. And I feel somebody's been all trapped about bringing forward maybe an apology. I don't see the Page of Cups, but I do see the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. And there's that truth being exposed, and there's a need to open up and to take a leap of faith, to have trust that I do feel something is coming back. Something is coming back around. And I do feel this energy of like, somebody's thought a long time about bringing forward communication, and maybe they were stuck. Maybe they couldn't find the words to say. They were hopeless. They were helpless. And I feel there is a rebalancing here going on. I do feel maybe this could have led to a Ten of Pentacles, but somebody wasn't willing to open up on the heart. And now they want to open up because they're facing all kinds of obstacles and challenges and delays. Definitely resisting an awakening with the Judgment reversed. But I feel a feminine here whose light is so bright it's hard to kind of ignore it. And this is bringing somebody to their knees. This is about righting some past wrongs. This is about healing a core wound. And there's that heart chakra block. So I do feel opportunity beckoned in the past, and somebody was all up in their pride, all up in their ego. They were struggling to open up their heart. And now they've really spent some time going within to think about why didn't I invest in that? Why didn't I invest in that? And I do feel somebody sees clearly the pathway to healing, but they are going to have to break free from an old mindset. If they are going to, go back to something from the past that was moved on from. There was something walked away from on the past, and I do feel somebody's left some footprints on somebody's heart, and they're not able to let this person go. So I do feel a feminine here that is protecting her energy, protecting her magic. Maybe she's not investing. We have a feminine here, I feel, who is very much protected at this time. We could have an alchemical artist here, maybe dealing with a Pisces, definitely could be dealing with a Pisces. But I do feel somebody here is losing faith that they can maybe bring something back into balance. So let's see what else needs to come through. This is about deepening your intuition. That third eye, there's an awakening, Virgo energy. Somebody's planning. Maybe somebody here is struggling financially. I just heard poor man. And maybe this man is poor because they're not investing through the heart. And when we're emotionally bankrupt, that will reflect our finances outwardly as well. Somebody here has a big decision to make. Somebody, I think, can't get their head around why they didn't invest in a situation, and now it's surrendering. I feel this Empress is home to somebody, and somebody's longing to go home. And maybe this is a child going home to their mother. I'm not sure. But let's see what else needs to come through. Herkimer Diamond. So this is about a psycho-spiritual scrub. This is about traveling on a spiritual path. I do feel somebody's been called to step it up with their gifts, to step it up into leadership. This is about reaching a high level of spirituality, stepping it up with healing work. I do feel a highly sensitive individual here. We could have a healer here, a high priestess here. There's a sacredness coming through in this energy. And I do feel if you've been asking yourself why, the answers that you're seeking are coming. We've got barite here. We've got citrine, so some sacral chakra clearing. There's a deep, deep emotional connection here. We get amazonite for the throat chakra, and we get chrysoprase for the heart. So somebody needs to grow through the heart if they are to be able to speak clearly from the heart. And I feel something about Mercury retrograde. We're out of the post-shadow Mercury retrograde 2020. Everything is 2020 in hindsight. So somebody didn't see something clearly. Something is coming back around, and everything is crystal clear after, we go through the hindsight 2020 vision. I do feel Mercury retrograde. Somebody here really struggled with a past connection that I don't feel you're actually connected to at this time, Scorpio. And this is a connection that will be very mesmerizing. I feel an Empress here that is very captivating, very mesmerizing. She's harnessed like the fountain of youth energy. And I feel somebody here wants to come in and ask for forgiveness. Forgiveness is needed. Maybe you hurt this Empress the most. I do feel somebody here needs to forgive themselves for hurting an Empress. You weren't evolved back then. It's okay. But I feel this energy of somebody gave up on love. Somebody walked away from love. And now destiny is kind of sinking in. And I think, somebody here has been like, oh my God, anything but this. I don't want to go back. I don't want to face that. Because it will require confronting your deepest, darkest fears. And maybe that's rejection. But I do feel it's long past time to clean this up. This is about your true calling, and it may be terrifying. It's terrifying, but I don't think you have an alternative. I do think the energy is pushing you to step into this new energy and to face that inner beast. It's really time. It's really time to clean something up here. I do feel, and somebody's really, really asking Spirit for the courage to be able to speak this truth. There's an inner child healing going on here. Maybe you need to figure out what it is that you really want from life, because the universe is saying you and only you can make this happen. Maybe you treated somebody like a doormat, but I do feel with Topaz, it's time for action. Something needs to give. Something needs to happen here, Scorpio. You can't keep burning the midnight oil. You can't keep burning the candle at both ends. It's really time to be careful. I do feel this energy of like burning up, rebirth by fire. You're going through a transformation, and I feel there's this wild obsession to go back to something from the past. And that's kind of what I got for you, Scorpio. I really hope this helped. I hope it resonated. If it didn't, check your other signs and placements. I look forward to seeing you all again next time. If you want to book a reading with me, check out the description box below. And have a great day, everybody. Thank you.